friends. I'm back again, just after I sent you today's reading for tonight's message to dream on, because I'm going to go spend some time with Lily. So, tonight, the shapeshifters wanted to be speaking up. They've been wanting to talk for a while, and I got my twin assisting, and here I am, and this message has come out, and you know what? I sent it back 3 times. And it came out again and again. And it scared me because it says you must choose. And it shows 2 beautiful kittens in this person's arms. And she loves them both. But she needs to make a choice. And when I first saw this, my fear came out. I have to admit to the truth to you. My fear came out. Because I've got a little girl that's not well right now. This one, Lily. And I've got the big boy here. There's jealousy issues between these 2, and she's been sick. And when they said that you needed to choose, I didn't want to see that, so I put it back, and it kept coming. And that was me, scared, right? And so I asked Spirit, please tell me what this is regarding. Is this regarding Lily? And I got no. Lily, they said stay positive about her, and they said that she is in the process of recovery. And, you know, it's interesting. I told you that when Spirit gives us a message, we're meant to deliver it. And I just didn't know how I was going to. This is me crying. I was crying. I was crying tonight. I was rocking her. I was holding her. And I thought, and I told her, I'm not leaving without you. So I know how difficult this dilemma is that's happening right here. But it's not regarding my little girl. So I thought, okay, what is it that it's about? And it's in the present. It's the now. It's whatever it is that's happening now. And what they're saying is, you see this little magical, beautiful girl holding on to these 2 beautiful kittens, and they both offer her things. They both have things that she loves. Cats represent independence, and they're both very beautiful. They're young. They're very gentle and sweet. She feels very nurturing and protective towards both of them. How can I put one down? And my daughter said, Mom, would you be willing to put Lily down if she was sick? And so I asked her that, and she turned and looked at me like, are you kidding me? So it's not about that. So sometimes we get freaked out about a message, and it's not what we're thinking it's about. So I'm just going to give this message and allow it to come out, because it's not just about me, Spirit keeps telling me. You're to deliver these messages. Okay, so they want you to tune in and ask your body what it wants to do. You need to make a decision. You can't go on attempting to walk in 2 directions at once. That's what's going on. And what you most fear, which is causing one or the other pain, is not going to happen when you make this choice. That's why I knew that this wasn't going to be about Lily, because that would cause pain if I had to put her down, like literally, right? So some things aren't literal. Some things are symbolic, our messages. So this is a tricky situation. And what they're saying is, Spirit will help you make this choice. You know, you're having trouble making a decision. You can't decide which way to go. Both seem equally good, or both seem equally flawed. Well, this one has this, that one has that. And they're going to show you that you can only take one road. There's only one path that you can follow. And you need to trust that the one that you leave behind, the one that you're telling yourself that you're abandoning, is going to be safe and cared for. You're going to make it through this without feeling anguish or guilt. You will. The universe is saying, we trust you to make the right choice, right? They want you to choose between what seems like impossible choices. There's a solution to this impossible situation. The way you do that is to put one out of your mind completely and move on with the other. There's never going to be a wrong choice. The only incorrect thing that you could do at this time is not making a choice. You can't hold on to both. That's what they're saying. The one that you're going to leave behind is not going to feel abandoned. They're not going to be angry the way you fear they are. They're going to be safe, and they're not going to be harmed. And they will find the perfect person to go with. But your test is to choose one of these ones. You can't hold both and do what you need to do. So it's up to you to make this choice. What's interesting is the loss that you fear is a freedom, actually. By you letting go of one of these things that you're holding on to, you're going to be buying yourself freedom. And time's going to prove that to you. So you need to put one thing down and choose the other, or you're not going to grow. There is a choice that needs to be made. Now, what is the choice? It could be between colleges. It could be between 2 jobs. It could be between 2 friends who want your time. It could be between 2 relationships, 2 people who want a relationship with you. It could be 2 animals you're trying to adopt. Maybe with the floods and the hurricane and all the stuff that's going on, people are they're adopting animals. They're taking rescue animals in, but you can only take one. You can't take them all, right? You want to protect. You want to adopt them or protect them both, but it's necessary that you tune in and do something right now, because you can't continue the way you're going right now. One has to be left because its rightful place is not with you. And the universe is going to give you the messages. They're going to give you a lot of messages to help you decide, but you're the one who's going to have to make this decision. You're the one that's going to have to act. And like the universe said, if you don't act, you're going to cause pain. But by being, what's the word, passive aggressive, by like sitting back and thinking that the universe is going to make this decision for you. The universe doesn't make decisions for us. Spirit won't make decisions for us. We need to make the decision. So they're saying get clear, get straight, stay open, stay calm. The decision will come to you. But the choice must be made, because if you don't, you will hurt everyone. And the pain that comes, you will be responsible for. So this choice is on you. And the choice needs to be made. They're telling you no more compromises. You've been given warning. You've been given messages about this. You've been told this again and again, and you haven't done it. And it needs to happen now. So are you going to listen to Spirit, or are you going to ignore Spirit? Do you really want to continue to hurt everyone the way you are hurting them right now? Because you are the one that is hurting everyone. Yourself and the 2 that you're trying to hold on to. You know where you're meant to be. You know who's supposed to be let go, and you haven't done it. And you're hurting everybody. So the time for choice to be made is now. All right. So the next message. The black cat. This is interesting. You know, why our messages to dream on lately have been somewhat heavy, haven't they? But I guess it's stuff that we haven't been facing, we haven't been looking at. And Spirit's saying that it's time. We want you to speak right now, and we want you to make some decisions. And we're going to tell you the direction you're meant to go, and it's time to do this. So what's going on with this situation is you see this little girl. I could get the light off of it. There we go. She's holding on to her black cat. That looks like my black cat, Tiki, who went missing. And there's a scarecrow. It's got a very evil kind of smile expression. And what it says is lost magic, atonement, and rebalance. Okay, atonement is making up. Rebalance is bringing things back into alignment. So what they're saying is there has been someone in your life that has tried to be very harsh, brutal, and scare away their own loneliness and pain that they've been carrying around inside of them. They've done this. They've acted callous is the word, callous, and they've spoken cruel words. They've been hurtful because they've got this pain inside of them that they haven't dealt with. They haven't looked at. They haven't recognized. Not only recognized, they won't even look at the scars inside of them. But they have to do this. They've tried to, instead of looking at that themselves, they've tried to inflict pain on. This one has tried to inflict pain on others. It makes them feel like they're not the only ones that are hurting. It's strange. But it's time to see that it's interesting. You can put up a scarecrow, right? But a scarecrow to scare away, but it's not real. Karma needs to be balanced. It's not going to be denied. This raven is going to land on this scarecrow. This raven, which is magic, it's going to land. And the raven is talking about justice. The scarecrow's not going to keep this away. It's going to come. They know that this isn't real. So it's like some kind of a facade you've put up to kind of scare off people. You put up this boundary. You've acted like a tough ass or badass or nasty, or you've pretended to be something actually that you're really not. You're holding all this pain inside of yourself and you're pushing everybody off. But everybody can see that this isn't real. This is just a facade. The truth's going to come out. And they're saying that this cranky, nasty one, there's an apology that's going to be made. And this little one here that's been so sad, she's going to be cared for again. She's been feeling very forlorn and left alone and ignored. And this black cat, her little best friend, This magic and this black cat's going to come back to her. And this one, who is the scarecrow, this one who has acted like this nasty individual, they're only going to have cold comfort of karma. Karma is there. I said this to someone. I left this message and I said, you know, what you've done is it's not okay, and now karma is looking at you. Enjoy. Because that's where you're at right now. You've got that to look forward to. Unless you can soften your hard-assed exterior and accept that you are worthy of forgiveness. You're worthy of forgiveness for the things that you've said and done. You know, when I said that, I might have thought it was someone else who did it. It might have been the scarecrow himself that did it, not the secretary who spoke the words. They will know who I'm talking about. I don't need to make it any more clear than that. So what they're saying is it's time to become softer, gentle. It's time to acknowledge that you spoke unkind words. You acted in a harsh manner, and you need to apologize. And then you need to forgive yourself, right? Something sad, horrible has happened. And you feel like you're alone. Like the whole world is like turned against you, and the world is empty, and I've got nothing, and and please don't leave me, and blah, blah, blah. And it's sad that you feel like that. And yet, and it feels like, you know, here's harvest. It's all come and gone. Scarecrow's there hanging out in the field all by itself. Harvest is come and gone, and you've got nothing, right? You're sad, and you feel like this isn't fair how I've been treated. It's not fair. But you've got to recognize that somehow you've created this situation that you found yourself in. Angry words have been said. Friendship and hospitality and kindness have been smashed. They've been broken. There's been pain that's happened because of the words and the actions that you have done. So it's time to speak kind words of kindness and friendship, and bring that feeling of friendship back in, kindness, hospitality. It's time to plant new seeds in this field that have gone barren, right? This lonely, harsh landscape. Because they're saying there will be new growth. Everything will be okay again. It will be more than okay again. But first, you're going to have to acknowledge your own part in it. And state what the story truthfully is, in order for you to bring back your life, into your life, this happiness that you once had. So these feelings of loneliness and self-pity and you know, boredom and emptiness and all this shit that's been hanging around you, it's time to understand, how did this happen? This couldn't have happened without you contributing to it. What did you do? No one's sitting here trying to beat you over the head with it, right? Or anybody else. It's just, you have to recognize it. So when you do acknowledge the part that you've played, Spirit's going to give you messages and signs like they do all the time, right? How you can regrow these friendships, the ones that still have life in them. You're going to know which friendships they are. Just like we had that message that one time about the fairy that was sitting on that gossamer strand. Remember it was like a cobweb strand. And she was sitting there trying to figure out who she was supposed to rebuild friendship with. Was I supposed to, walk away? Who am I to walk away from? And who am I supposed to rebuild a friendship with? Because there is a friendship here that needs to be rebuilt with this one. This one needs to rebuild a friendship with this one, or go away and be lonely and stay where you are. But there is a friendship that needs to be rebuilt, and there is someone between these two kittens. This is the truth. This is the tie-in. This isn't about Lily. This is about friends. There are two people. One's place is you're meant to be with, and one you are not. And one you are to be building a friendship with, and the other one you are to walk away from. It's time to say sorry for the things that you've done, and allow yourself to say what has happened and why it happened. It isn't about blame. It's just about bringing understanding to light. There's got to be understanding, right? First and foremost. And kindness. They need to be spoken in kind words. Sincere. You must be sincere. No flip, arrogant, and don't make excuses when you ask for an apology, or when you apologize. Don't ruin it by making excuses for your behavior. Instead of being tough and acting like a scarecrow and frightening people away because you're trying to protect yourself, it's only going to repeat the cycle over and over again, and you're going to be lonely, sad, and miserable. This is the cycle of somebody who probably had abusive relationships, who was raised probably in abusive ways and doesn't know how to interact. And so they've lashed out in their own pain against one that actually truly, really loved them. This isn't the one you were meant to lash out at. You were meant to stand your ground, but not hurt the ones who love you because you've been hurt by someone else because you're trying to self-protect, right? So break this cycle. Leave that in the past. And then the magic will come back. The magic is sitting on your arm right here. But if you don't do this, the magic will go away and it will not come back for you. There has been jealousy, incredible jealousy between, it looks like there's one in the middle, which is you. Sorry, I'm thinking while I'm looking at these. This is you, and there's been jealousy. This one has been jealous over your attention to this one, just like my two cats are representing. There's jealousy. Unhealthy energy. You don't have to feel empty like this scarecrow with no heart. You have magic. You are a master. You need to forgive yourself. Speak your truth, make amends, and watch all of the magical energy come back and grow. This one needs to be left. This one needs to be apologized to. That's the end of your reading tonight. Sweet dreams. Love you all.